to the newest edition of TNInews with your host, JC. What's up, everybody? JC here, and welcome to a special Thursday live stream news video. Normally, this video would have been on Wednesday, but I took the day off because I celebrated my 25th anniversary with my wife. We went whitewater kayaking, which I got to say I'm pretty tired from. It was fun, but I'm a little sore and a little tired after yesterday. Also, tomorrow I'm going to be traveling to Augusta, Georgia for GIJoe Fest, so I won't have a video up tomorrow, but you can probably expect some stuff to go up on Saturday, whether it's some live streams from the convention or I do just a news video from the convention. I'm not sure, but I should probably have something up on Saturday. So hopefully you'll tune into that. And even though it's called GIJoe Fest, and there will be some GIJoe news, no Hasbro stuff. Hasbro's not really attending any of these GIJoe conventions, but Super 7 will be there. They'll be showing off their new O-ring GIJoe figures, 3 3/4 inch figures. Fresh Monkey Fiction will be there showing off their Monster Force figures, and are going to be offering some show exclusives there at the convention. So we'll get some news on that. 4 Horsemen are going to be there, which really is kind of a weird one to me, but I don't know if they'll have anything new. They may just be selling existing figures. A few other smaller companies will be there as well. So it's not like what I would call like a major news happening event per se, but I figured I'd go check it out. But we do have quite a bit of news. We've got 2 days worth of news to go over here. So let's just do a quick roll call and let's see who is in the house. So we've got Frankie Rivera. What's up? He's ready to go. Mr. Allmine is in the house. What is up? Quinn's Comics is in the house. I'm assuming from Quinn's Comics, live from Quinn's Comics. So what's up? Good to see you. It's a quintastic day. Great marketing phrase there. Judge Dreads is in the house. Good to see you. Greetings and salutations. Zim is in the house as well, so good to see you. So yeah, we got some news to talk about today, so including some GIJoe news. So GIJoe June continues to roll on. So let's just kind of delve into what we got today. So where to start? Let's go with the top story. This just came out today. So these images come via a Tuzi, and if I mispronounce that name, I do apologize, but I have a link to his Instagram account if you want to check him out. He apparently found this unannounced Sinclair figure, dinosaur Sinclair figure, tree pusher figure. So, Super 7 has got this dinosaur's license, though it seems like they only are doing figures of Earl, at least up until this point. I know I've seen quite a few people say they hope that Super 7, or not Super 7, but NECA does the entire family. But right now, we're pretty much just getting Earl. And while that one has not been officially announced, we did get another San Diego Comic-Con exclusive from NECA that was announced yesterday, and that is another Earl figure as Captain Impressive. So once again, we are getting Earl, and this time he's in a superhero outfit. So I guess this one and their superhero outfigure can team up together. And I gotta say, it's with the diaper, thing on. It looks he looks like he's packing quite a bit of junk in the trunk there, but kind of a funny figure, 2 head sculpts, multiple pairs of hands. Now, if you're not going to San Diego Comic-Con this year, worry not, because NECA is making all of their Comic-Con exclusives available, at least in limited numbers on the NECA store. So from June 26th to June 28th is when these will start going up. I think it's where they do like a limited number each day. Um, so if you miss out on the first day, you'll get an opportunity on the next day and so forth. So, but again, this is yet another NECA San Diego Comic Con exclusive. So just to recap others that we've talked about already. Going down the line, we've got that Alf figure. I mentioned the Alf in his superhero outfit. So that one is coming. And then we've got the Nosferatu glow in the dark figure, the retro version of that. That's going to be a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. We've got the Flash Gordon from the movie, the 1980 movie. So the deluxe wood beast challenge figure. So that one is coming. And we've got that Predator figure, the Prey Predator figure, that translucent figure. So those are all the San Diego Comic Con exclusives that have been announced so far, though I'm sure there will be some more because they're going to do something for Turtles. Now, speaking of Turtles, they also have coming to Walmart a black and white version of their Universal Monsters Turtle mashup line, the Hunchback. Leonardo is the Hunchback and Raphael is the Wolfman. So that is a set that is going to be offered as a Walmart exclusive. So they don't indicate when or how exactly, other than it's a Walmart exclusive. So I don't know if this is something that will be made available online during like Collector Con, which will be July 25th. That would be my guess. I'm sure this is going to be available in stores as well. They mentioned something about a Walmart horror fan shop, so it's not entirely clear what that is, but I don't know if it's like a special end cap or that they're going to be doing in stores or what. But again, these are going to be Walmart exclusives. But we have not gotten any San Diego Comic Con Walmart reveals yet. So, and speaking of, sorry, I gotta jump my mic there. So speaking of figures for NECA, we also got a new Saw figure. This is in the black robe. I think we've gotten this guy in red robes before, but now we've got the black robe. It almost looks like they just turned the robe inside out, but that's available for pre-order at Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. And again, that's something listed for that Walmart horror fan shop. So again, NECA has not been too clear on what that is. NECA is also making available, again, these are reissues, but they're 1/4 scale. So these are like 18 inches tall. Batman Returns figures. So the two versions of Penguin, Catwoman, and Batman. So again, those they've done before, but they're making them available again on the NECA store if you want to pick up those larger scale figures. I believe we talked about the Ben Cooper figures before, which based on these like kids wearing these Halloween costumes from like the late 70s and 80s. So those are kind of weird to me, but I guess somebody will buy them. And those are showing up at Walmart first. So yeah, that pretty much rounds out our NECA news for today. Let's see. Julio, what's up? Len, what's up? Still getting some more people coming into the house. Tarek says the black robe is how he appears in most of the films. The red robe is actually a different character, but they probably couldn't get the actress to sign off on. I'm not a huge horror movie fan, and I've never watched a single one of those movies, so um, I am not really familiar with the source material on that one. Nothing much on the McFarlane toy front for you guys. McFarlane's got a new sports pick, Toronto Blue Jays Bo Bichetti figure. I think that's how you say it. If not, I mispronounce or apologize for mispronouncing the name, but there you go. So that's available right now in the McFarlane store for $30. And let's think. Oh, yeah. So these popped up on. You got. Sorry, I always forget to flip you guys back. So baseball figures, just so you see them, because I didn't have you on the right screen. Again, those are currently available in the McFarlane store, but these popped up on Walmart the other day, and they were taken down. So now we've seen distributor listings for this wave. This is the 5 inch, 4.5, 5 inch, whatever you want to call them, DC superpower figures on the classic retro card backs. So this is wave 8. Which includes the Black Manta, this time with a black suit, Guy Gardner, Booster Gold, Metamorpho. Now, there are two other figures in this wave that images have not surfaced for, at least not from Walmart, but Superman and his Fletcher variant and Batman the Dark Knight Returns. We had seen those two. In Pursuit Toys had posted pictures from the Arizona Comic Con. So those are the other two figures in the wave. But these showed up on Walmart's website the other day and then were taken down. So I don't know if these are Walmart exclusives. Sometimes these figures are released as Walmart exclusives. I mean, the line started out as a Walmart exclusive, and then it seemed like other retailers started to carry them, but you still occasionally get some Walmart exclusives. I think these will be available pretty much everywhere, including like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, but I just don't have those details as of yet. But again, they did show up on Walmart. They're not currently there anymore. Whether these go up during, again, like the Walmart Collector Con or something, we'll just have to wait and see. Super 7 has finally opened up. Well, they had briefly on their site. I don't think they're currently available. They should be up this afternoon. In fact, they actually should be up now. Let me see if they are. Yes, they are up now at places like Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. So we've got these are the 2003 turtle figures. So based on the 2003 cartoon. You can see come with the four turtles coming with their basic accessories. The head pack is available if you got all four through Super Seven's website, but I don't know if they're currently available now or not. But the big thing about these over like the previous turtle figures that they've done is they've given these turtle figures double jointed elbows. So this is the first time we're seeing that with the Super 7 Ultimate Turtle figures. And yeah, I guess if you're a fan, I would say if you're a fan of the 2003 turtle designs, these look pretty good. Um, I like the cartoon, but not enough to really be interested in figures for them. I actually had for a time, I sold them, but I had the original Playmates ones from 2003. But again, these went up for pre-order today. They've been long rumored, and Flynn has said they were supposed to go up for pre-order this month, so they finally did. About $55 each. Again, available places like Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. You can check Super 7. Let me just. Okay, they are currently available here. Okay, so they like put the images up and stuff, but it said like sold out or not available or something earlier today. So if you wanted to get them there so you can get the head pack, you got to get all four figures, which I would assume if you're going to buy these, you would want all four, um, but you got to get all four if you want to get that extra bonus head pack from Super 7. And they charge you up front for a pre-order. So you got to basically prepare to pay right now if you're going to get them through Super 7. But that is your big turtle news for the day. Let me just shift back here. Some of you guys are jumping ahead to Marvel Legends. Judge Dredd ordered Dracula, Bloodstone, and Helverine today. So yeah, let's just head over there then. So yes, going up for pre-order today was that Blackheart Build-A-Figure wave that was announced during Hasbro's live stream earlier this week, which we talked about already, but pre-orders have gone live. Amazon, Big Bad Toy Store, Entertainment Earth. We've got some better images. Actually, let me Danyon had posted this turnaround video for the Blackheart Build-A-Figure yesterday. So you do not need to get the Wolverine figure for Blackheart. It's the one figure in the wave that does not have the Build-A-Figure piece. So if you don't want another Wolverine, then you can pass on that one. But you want Blackheart, you can pass on that one. But you do have to get the others. And then I gotta get this video. And then we got like all the official images. We got these last night really, but since I last talked to you guys, we've gotten better press images of the entire wave. So Brother Voodoo, which is, what, second or third time we've gotten Brother Voodoo, but this is, using new parts and stuff. It's not just a straight up reissue. So better articulation, things like that. Then we've got Lilith, the female. Well, we've got two females in this wave. So Lilith with her fishnet stockings. Looking kind of seductress there. There's the packaging. So this wave starts, I guess, I mean, to me, it's very similar packaging to previous to the older window packaging, but it is a little bit different. Get the artwork on the side. I guess it's more of like if you want to put it on a bookshelf, kind of works better, I guess. I don't know. The Moon Knight figure is wider because it's got the bigger head. So your West Coast Avenger is what it's kind of being dubbed as, a version of Moon Knight with the gold trim. The various, you get this extra, the crescent boomerang things we've got with previous Moon Knights, but I forget the name of this symbol. But I remember the story when they did the time travel in the West Coast Avengers. That's when Moon Knight kind of first joined the team, and they were traveling around different time periods. So I remember that story. I have those comics, but I forget the name of that symbol. Bloodstorm, a vampire version of Storm with her two different head sculpts. And she comes with the torso of Blackheart with the tail. So, and the tail's got bendy wire. Weapon of Vengeance Wolverine, or Helverine as he's known in the comics. And as some of you pointed out the other day, I do think this head sculpt will make for, if it fits, I think it would work well as an alternate Ghost Rider, kind of a Robbie Reyes version of Ghost Rider. If you want to kind of make your own, until Hasbro probably eventually gives us one of their own. The fire claws and the fire coming out of his eyes, it kind of creates his mask. And we've got Dracula in his red armor. So this figure looks pretty good. This is one I want Blackheart, so I probably will end up getting the entire wave, other than maybe Helverine, since I don't need it for Blackheart. But whether I get the entire wave or not, I probably will get this one. Though I wouldn't mind a classic Dracula, to be honest. Damien Hellstorm, so with the pinless technology. So this is a different figure than the one we saw with the HasLab. So I guess Hasbro's loophole. But we are getting him. So yeah, that's your figures for the Wave, which again are available for pre-order today. I think they're still available probably everywhere. I don't think they've sold out anywhere. So yeah, you can still get them on Amazon if you want. Direct links if you want to find them. If you can't find them on Amazon or whatever, on Marvelous News. And the cost is $24.99, of course, for each of the figures. I don't remember them specifically saying, but I'll be curious if this wave is going to be carried at places like Walmart and Target. So somebody had contacted me yesterday asking if I had DPCI codes for the recent X-Men wave with the Zebu. And according to Hasbro, that wave was only going to be offered. It was basically, what are they calling it now? What is the word that Hasbro created? Was it Amazon exclusive or whatever, meaning fan sites and Amazon? But somebody told me that they've seen reports of people finding that wave at Target and Walmart. But at least when they announced it, Hasbro had said those were not going to be available at Target and Walmart. So maybe something changed. But I would be kind of surprised if this wave ended up getting carried at Walmart and Target. But I don't know if they specifically said anything about that. I don't recall them saying it, but I don't know. But yes, those are your Marvel Legends. Really, no other Marvel Legend news that I have for you today. Nothing's really happened on the Marvel Legend front since I last talked to you. That X-Men 97 12-inch Cyclops figure from Mondo is up on the Mondo website. The limited edition version, $245. The regular version, $220. The limited edition version comes with a jacket, upper body pieces, and then you also get these alternate heads and I think it's the alternate heads because I think you get, I can't tell. I guess that's a little different blast effect than this one. This one looks a little bit bigger, so and you get the glasses and the visor and the unmasked head, and then the kind of classic Cyclops head with the mask covering his hair with the exclusive deluxe version. So, and again, that's available directly through the Mondo website. Well, here's some Marvel news, not action figure news, but oh man, did I do it again? I gotta quit doing that. I go back. I keep flipping the screen and then I forget to flip it back. But here's some Marvel video game news for you. If you got a Nintendo Switch, they're bringing back all the classic Marvel versus Capcom games. So that includes The Punisher, Marvel versus Capcom 2, Marvel vs. Capcom Clash of the Superheroes, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, X-Men versus Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes, and X-Men Children of the Atom. So a lot of the same games that you see on the video game cabinets behind me, but they're making this collection available to those who own the Nintendo Switch. Real quick, going back, here's a look at the Cyclops figure I was talking about without showing you. And then again, a rundown of the new wave of Blackheart Build-A-Figure Marvel Legends. So that's your new packaging. That's your brother Voodoo. And if you want to see these like slower and more detail, head over to Marvelous News. Lilith. Moon Knight, West Coast Avenger version of Moon Knight. Bloodstorm. We'll get back to Moon Knight. These images get mixed around sometimes in the gallery. Wolverine. Dracula in his red armor. Damian Hellstorm. And that's it. So yeah, that's your Marvel news for the week, or for today at least. Frankie, no. As far as I know of, this collection that they announced is just for the Nintendo Switch. Judge Dredd on the fence about Brother Voodoo, but he looks cool. If I didn't already have a Brother Voodoo, which I'm more than fine with, I would definitely get this one. Again, it is an improvement, I think, over the previous one they did. I just, for me, is not like such a important character that I feel like I need another one. That happens more often than not these days. It seems like with Marvel Legends, but if you're a fan of Brother Voodoo or you don't have the previous one, I think it's probably worth picking it. Or again, if like me, if you just want Blackheart, because we haven't gotten Blackheart since Toy Biz, which I do have that one, but this one does look probably better than the Toy Biz one. I thought about pulling out my Toy Biz Blackheart for today's video, but I didn't get a chance to. David, hoping for an Omega Supreme reissue from that is a great figure. I got that one, so yeah. If you ever get a chance to get that figure, I definitely recommend it for you Transformer fans. All right, let's see what else do we got today. Bringing it back to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for these weird mech figures that get done by the Heat Boys. Well, we've got another one. This is Donatello. So just some preview images, but that one is, if you've been collecting those mech turtles, that is coming. Oh, yeah. So we've got more San Diego Comic Con exclusives. So these are from Mattel. And again, if you're not going to Comic Con, you will have a chance to get these figures on the Mattel Creations website on July 25th. So the Street Hawks figure, the Ripster, A Shark Among Us is $40. The WWE Ultimate Edition Shawn Michaels with his classic entrance at WrestleMania when he came down the zip line. That one's $45 for you Monster High fans. We've got a Gula Yelps doll, which is $75, and then also a Mega Frankie Stein Book-a-Lab. So still no Mattel has not yet revealed Masters of the Universe, and I'm going to assume there's going to be at least one, probably an Origins exclusive, but we have not gotten word of that one yet. So this is the Shawn Michaels, again, kind of recreating the scene where he zip lines down at WrestleMania. So I told you already, we talked about these Batmobiles plus those Secret Wars Marvel cars um, the other week. So I would think there'd be a Jurassic Park San Diego Comic Con exclusive as well. So I don't think Mattel is done revealing all their San Diego Comic Con exclusives. They're just breaking them up every couple of days, kind of like NECAs and such. Um, Loyal Subjects has been announcing some Comic Con exclusives with their BSTAXN 5-inch turtle line. So we've got IDW, NECA, and they're just showing these package images. So they're not giving us very good looks at these figures. I don't know why they do that. It's like, if you're going to announce the thing, give us good images. Don't just like. There's a couple others. Dark Leonardo. These are all IDW based and the Foot Elite. Now, no word from loyal subjects whether they're going to make these available online or not, or whether these will only be sold at Comic Con. Also, some Strawberry Shortcake figures, Rainbow Bright. So these are more dolls than figures, but yeah. So just going down the line here, see if anything else pops out at me that's worth talking about. But I feel like that's kind of it. Peek over our Transformers. So this dramatic capture series, Autobot Headquarters from US, is up for pre-order now. So it's basically just a backdrop of the arc. But you can get that for about $90. Comes with the 3 figures. Some recently going up for pre-order at Entertainment Earth. I don't know if Big Bad put these up as well. No. But at Entertainment Earth, these are reissues of G1 figures, not like updated G1, but like based on the original G1s. So Perceptor, Shrapnel, Kickback, and Skywarp. So, and these cost Skywarp and Perceptor about $40. The 2 Insecticons are about $35. So, and then Star Wars, not much this week. This weird Lego set, Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, Dark Falcon, and TIE Fighter X-Wing sets. So we've gotten some previews of those. These kind of leaked out from a French retailer, I believe. But like the Sith Ray and Sith Jar Jar Binks come with that Millennium Falcon, so kind of weird. If you're into Lego. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for news since I talked to you guys on Monday. Um, Real quick though, we will check in just because I'm curious on the Star Wars HasLab, which is sitting at 5,258 backers with just 18 days to go, just a little over 18 days. So still needs, it needs to get up to at least 8,000. I don't know. It's going to have to pick up the pace, I think, if it's going to make it. I mean, usually you get those surges at the end, so that might be enough to get it over. But right now, it's moving at a pretty slow pace. The Cantina Vintage Collection Cantina for either $400 for the basic version or $500 for the deluxe version, and doesn't matter which one you get, it will go towards the minimum backer number. But which I still to this don't really understand how that works, but I just like whether it's going to fund or not. It's hard to say. Like I say, if it wasn't that we often get those big surges at the end, I would say that it's not looking great that it's going to get backed. But again, oftentimes when these HasLabs look like they're not going to make it, they then get the surges at the end. So, but we've had a few that have not made it as well, including a couple of Star Wars ones. So this would be the first if it did not fund. This would be the first vintage collection Star Wars HasLab that did not get funded. But again, I do feel like it will probably end up. I don't know if it's going to get to any of the stretch goals, but I think it'll at least get to the 8,000. Mr. Allmine, when you're at Joe Fest, can you report on the Raymond toy tank? I'll take a look. I'm not the tank. I mean, that's a generic tank, so yeah, I don't, you know, when the company is basically stealing IPs without buying the license, paying for the license, I tend to steer away from that stuff. But I'll definitely take a look. Maybe, again, the tank is pretty generic, so I mean, it's obviously intended for like GIJoe collectors and stuff. Hence why they're at Joe Fest. But but yeah, I'll probably throw up some coverage of that. Judge Dredd, am I going to San Diego? So I am not 100% committed. I'm going. I have my badge. I've booked a hotel. I've not booked my flight yet, and I'm leaning towards going, but I have not 100% committed to going. So I don't want to sit here and say yes, definitely. But again, I am leaning towards going. I have not been to San Diego since before COVID. So like 2019 was the last San Diego Comic Con I've been to. The 2020 and 2021 ones were canceled all outright. So nobody went to Comic Con those years. But then I didn't go in 2022 or last year. Last year I was thinking about going, but then I had stuff with my dad all summer that I had to deal with, and I wasn't able to go. So, but again, I am leaning towards going to Comic Con this year. And like I say, I've got my badge. It's being mailed to me. I've already booked a hotel, as expensive as that is. Um, and, if I decide, I'll make up my mind within, the next, I want to get through Joe Fest, see how that goes. And then I'll make up my final decision on Comic Con. Gwen says, I got solicitations here through my distributor day, so I will have them here in my comic shop. You're talking about the Marvel Legend figure? Yeah, I figure like a fan, like you guys get all the fan channel stuff. Yeah, I think, or at least have the ability to order fan channel stuff. I think comic book stores kind of get rolled into fan channel. um, but I am curious to see whether Walmart and Target carry this. Not that I mean, my recommendation, whether Walmart and Target carries those, is go buy them from a small business like your local comic shop like Quinn's Comics, if that is your local comic shop, or a small e-tailer, um, or I mean, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth are the biggest of the small toy e-tailers out there, but compared to like Walmart and Target, they're definitely kind of small fry. Sith happens. We have seen some listings. It wasn't anything that jumped out at me that was super exciting. But let me just go back and look. There's so many listings that are out there. Yeah, so again, these have not been officially confirmed by McFarlane Toys, but they come from overseas retailers or distributors like Dragon's Chest. But you can see here like a DC Multiverse Jokerized uh, Hush figure, which is listed as a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. Um, uh, Batman 1989 collector cow, and I think there's a regular release of that. So, but there was a listing for that that had the San Diego Comic Con next to it. Let's see what else. That's all I'm seeing right off the bat. And there could be others. I want to say there was something for the DC Superpowers line. Oh, well, here there was a listing for Batman animated series 25th anniversary, or Batman Beyond animated series 25th anniversary figure that was listed as a San Diego Comic Con exclusive. So I don't know if that's like a reissue of the DC Direct one or a variant reissue or something along those lines. I can't wait to see the Christopher Reeve Superman figure. We might get a look at that during Comic Con. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, so a DC Superpowers multi pack, Black Batman and Black Suit, the Whirly Bat, and the Bat. Well, those ended up actually being released through Amazon. So, it's hard to say 100%. The listings when it comes to like how things are going to be released don't always pan out 100%. But right now, as far as like anything that sounds really cool, I've not seen anything um, other than essentially repaints for Comic Con listed as Comic Con exclusives. Natural Nate, what's up? Henry G, what's up? Thank you. Yeah, 25 years. Honestly, it feels like it was yesterday that I got married to my wife. So, but yeah, yesterday was our big 25th anniversary. Yeah, Road Pig John, we talked about that a little bit ago. But yeah, the 2003 Super 7 Turtle figures are available for pre order. Will and Bill says reissue of Batman Beyond and one new Terry figure, if I remember correctly. And we know there's like for you Batman Beyond fans, we haven't seen it, but McFarlane himself has said there will be a Batman Beyond Batmobile coming at some point. So I'm interested to see that one because I want to know if it's going to be in the style of like the DC Direct stuff, which all the DC Direct vehicles have just been reissues from what DC Direct did previously. The only one that's remotely kind of new was that Joker mobile, but that was already made by DC Direct and was going to be released by DC Direct when Warner Brothers, surprisingly closed their doors. So that was one that was going to be coming from DC Direct. It just didn't get released until McFarlane finally released it through Target. But the Batmobile, as far as I know of, would be completely new from Batman Beyond. Um, so it would be interesting to see if they're going to start making new vehicles from the animated series in the same style as the DC Direct stuff. Um, I feel pretty confident saying at some point they will re-release the DC Direct Batcave, which you can see behind me up there on the shelf over by Unicron with the lights. So that I have very high expectations. Not that I've seen any listings or anything. It just seems like a no-brainer that they would reissue that at some point. Same thing with the Batwing they did from the Batman animated series. So again, not seeing any listings for it, but I feel like at some point they will end up reissuing that. But if they start doing actually making new vehicles, that would be kind of interesting, which it kind of sounds like they are with the Batman Beyond, but I guess it could be DC multiverse. It could be a DC multiverse vehicle. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Henry G, I did not pick up the Batmobile. I didn't order it off of Target. I haven't seen it in stores. I know some people have found it in the stores, but I have not seen it. I've seen pictures of it. I've seen other people who've gotten it. It's about the same size as the Batman, the animated series Batmobile, which I do have that. Um, but I did not get the Joker mobile. It looks cool, but space. I just really wouldn't have the space to put that right now. That was the main factor. Christopher, I want the WWE HBK. figure, the San Diego version for. Yep, we talked about that earlier. But yeah, I mean, if you're and that will be made available on the Mattel Creations website, as I mentioned before. But if you're a big Shawn Michaels fan, yeah, I mean that was such an icon during the time. It's kind of not that big a deal anymore, I don't think. But at that time, him coming down on that zip line was during WrestleMania was definitely kind of a big deal. Oh, the Batmobile is back up at Target. Cool. Yeah, it's sold out, but and again, I will tell you that if you don't have the original DC Direct Batman the Animated Series Batmobile, it is a great toy. They DC Collectibles did a great job on all those vehicles. To be honest, the motorcycle, the Batcave, the Batcycle, I said the Batcycle, the Batmobile, and the Batplane. All of those were really cool. Even the Bat Signal that they did with the Batman and Robin with the soft goods cape, that was even kind of cool. So DC directed some really cool stuff uh, with Batman the Animated Series. And like I say, they were going to do the Joker mobile, but then they kind of got the rug pulled out from underneath them by Warner Brothers. But then McFarlane finally delivered it, and it looks like maybe McFarlane's going to continue on with that stuff. But going back to my point is, if you didn't have that Batmobile and you're a fan of Batman the Animated Series, I do highly recommend that you check it out if it is available again on Target, because it is a great toy and it's cheaper. It's actually cheaper now through Target than what it was originally when it was released by DC Direct, essentially to comic book stores and such. And I don't know what this week's Target Geek Out is going to be. I don't know what company it's going to be focusing on, so we'll get that surprise later tonight. Um, as I always say with those things, Target will put out a preview at like 3 in the morning, which I don't expect most of you to be awake to see that. But when you wake up tomorrow morning, you can check TNI and there'll be an idea of what's going up for pre-order. Which, depending on when you get up in the morning, pre-orders go live at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So, but again, I have no idea what tomorrow's company is going to be or what products will be released from whatever company it is. It could be something like Funko. I mean, it might not be something super exciting. I don't know. But we've got to, this is going to happen every Friday between, last Friday was the first Friday, and then this is going to go on for every Friday until July 19th. Mr. I mean, I don't remember off the top of my head, but I want to say it costs more in the neighborhood of closer to $100. I could be wrong. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like it was more expensive. Of course, you also, if I remember, you got a figure with the DC Direct one. You don't get a figure with this new one. Glenn says, I ordered all the McFarlane Target exclusives. Nice. And I imagine we will get another Friday with McFarlane because we still have those Batman, the animated series figures with the Bruce Wayne Build-A-Figure, which I've got to think will go up some point during Geek Out. So I don't know if it'll, I guess it could be tomorrow, but two McFarlanes in a row would be kind of weird. But I feel like at some point between now and July 19th, we'll see some more Target stuff or more McFarlane stuff go up. I don't think the Batmobile was over 100. Again, I mean, I could do a search. I mean, I could probably, because now you have me curious. If Quinn's in the house, he might know because I'm sure. Of course, I don't know how long his store was open, so or has been open. So I don't know if he was open when they released the original. I'm looking at an old review and I'm seeing if they mentioned the price, but I'm not seeing. Yeah, it looks like $100. Looks like it sold the original price on the original one back in 2015, 2016 when it was released was $199. But yeah, and you're right, Mr. Alma. I was expecting it to be more expensive. I was surprised when I saw that it was cheaper on Target. I mean, in a way, it makes sense because I'm sure if every Target carries one and they sell them online as well, the order numbers are probably much larger for this new version than they were for the original, which only saw kind of a limited release through comic book stores and a few e-tailers like Big Bad Toy Store and such back then. So I'm sure the order number, the production run of this new one is bigger than the production run of the original, which should help bring costs down at the factory. So in some ways, it is a little logical. But yeah, as Judge Dredd points out, the Stinger Jeep is the same price as the Vamp at $100, even though the Stinger Jeep does have a wider, it's being released through more places, not just has Repulse. And but as we kind of suspected, we didn't think that the price was going to lower um, on it on that one. I gotta say, some people like I've seen some people like on Facebook and stuff getting upset because the Stinger Jeep sold out on Hasbro Pulse, and it's like, okay, why aren't you going somewhere else then to order it? Why why are you spending time complaining that it's sold out on Hasbro Pulse? Why not just go to Amazon or go to Big Bad Toy Store or go to Entertainment Earth? Um, but there you go. All right. Well, we're coming up on the hour, and I don't really have any more news to share with you today. So I think we are going to wrap it up for the day. Again, this week, I will not have, I probably won't have I definitely won't have any video up tomorrow because tomorrow I'm traveling. Um, Saturday, I'm not sure what kind of video I'm going to get up, whether it'll be a live stream from Joe Fest. I might try and do a walk around from Joe Fest. Um, which is kind of what I have in my head to do on Saturday. But some of that will depend on how good a Wi-Fi there is and things like that. So this is my first time going to Joe Fest, so I've seen some videos from years past, but I've never personally been. I haven't been to a GIJoe convention since the original official GIJoe conventions, back in the day, um, that were put on by Brian Savage. So this will be my first Joe Con in some time, but tentatively, that's what I'm thinking is like some type of live stream on Saturday from the convention to do kind of a walk around. But if not, then maybe I'll end up just going back to the hotel room and doing a regular news video. So we'll wait. Like I said, that'll be up a little bit up in the air. But then next week we'll be back to regular schedule on Monday. I'll be back with another live stream news video. Wednesday live stream news video, and then Friday is the pre-recorded video with kind of recapping everything from the week. So, yep, that is it. But as always, guys, thank you for tuning in and listening to me ramble and try and share, hopefully, some news with you guys that you hadn't already seen, though probably most of you. I always wonder, like, how many of you, when you watch, like, when you get your news from YouTube, period, whether it's me or like the 20 other guys that are doing news videos, like, is it really your first like time seeing the news, or because the news always goes up faster, on websites or social media or whatever, before anybody can get a video up. So I always wonder how many people actually wait and sit on YouTube waiting for their news. But I always appreciate you guys who do come, especially these midday live streams. You come in and show your support, so much appreciated. I definitely will be talking to you in some shape or form from Joe Fest this weekend, so look for those videos. And until next time, guys, I will catch you later. Thanks for watching today's video. Now, if you're new to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. For all the latest action figure news, be sure to head over to ToyNewsEye.com, MarvelousNews.com, JediInsider.com, and TFormers.com. And remember, action figures are great,